pioneering system is being tested in Europe in which citizens develop innovations together with companies within the framework of the European project Covalue, Citizen Engagement for Knowledge Valorization. 7 companies in Alicante are carrying out a process to involve the community in research and innovation activities. The working system consists of 3 workshops per company, each involving 12 citizens. Over the course of 2 hours, a professionally facilitated co-creation process ensures that every participant can contribute effectively. In the first workshop, ideas emerge from scratch, while in subsequent sessions, they are redefined into specific innovations for each company. Covalue is testing a methodology jointly designed in Brussels, Italy, and Alicante, following each company case by case to guide the co-creation process.
One of the biggest challenges is that what we are trying to do with citizen engagement actually goes beyond typical processes that are already happening in innovation. So in innovation, it's very usual to do some marketing or consumer studies, but these are actually different from what we want to do. In this case, we really want to go deeper into what people believe, think, need in their more global vision of how they see the future of the societies they live in. And therefore, this is something that is more difficult to explain to companies and to imagine what will come out of these processes. So this is what we are finding a bit difficult at the beginning of these processes to explain what will come out of them. Besides the challenge of the methodological approach that we are using and how it differentiates from other typical processes, the other challenge that we are facing is also that innovations are almost never a straight process, a straight line. So we have to take many steps back, and we have to be able to connect the process to how the innovation is evolving. Many of the companies we are working with are just at the very starting point of the innovation, the service, the product that they are developing. Therefore, this requires a lot of adaptation in the methodological approach that we are applying in order for what emerges from the citizens to be meaningful to innovation itself. I think so far, the process is still ongoing, but what is really interesting, first of all, is that we are seeing that what is emerging from citizens' ideas and imagination is being useful for the company. So far, we have some positive feedback that it is not what they expected, exactly because they were thinking more of a product development process, but still they see some interesting elements in terms of what people imagine when they think about recycled plastic or when they think about artificial intelligence. And of course, now it's up to the companies to see how they can connect this with the products and services they are developing. And then there are more specific aspects that are more connected with the innovations and the topics we are working with. That are in connection with data management, for example. So many of these innovations will need a huge access to personal data, or with impacts of changes in our daily lives that in the end we want them to be meaningful for the environment, but also for our own well-being.
In one of the Covalue pilot groups, a system is being developed to measure water consumption savings using continuous monitoring data collected by the participating company Aguas de Alicante. Citizens are helping to define practical uses for the company's household water consumption data.
It was not the first time that Aguas de Alicante took part in a European project of this style. Actually, our first European project with citizens collaboration was a project called Be Water Smart, and it was a full success. So since that moment, we decided that it was really interesting for us as well to take part into these initiatives, because it fills ourselves with a lot of input from the citizens, and it helps us to understand what does the city needs, because sometimes there's no direct relationship in between what we think that the citizens need and what they do actually need. From my personal experience, what I have realized the most is that the city itself doesn't have the same perspective of water as we do. So it was really challenging for me to align their needs and our needs, because it made me realize that most of the people, they really don't know what do we do in our daily life. People think that water is just you open the tap and then there's water and that's it. But there's a whole world hidden behind that, and we do much more things than it appears to be done. So for me, it was really enlightful to see that there's a whole world that we could teach them that they didn't know existed behind the tap water.
Covalue has provided an operative framework for startups to develop their products in close collaboration with citizens, allowing them to adapt their solutions to real local needs. This is the case of Inferior, which has co-developed a conversational system powered by artificial intelligence that enables users to access specific local information. Throughout the project, each participating company has received dedicated professional support, from the first workshop defining broad challenges to addressing concrete use cases, including the development of working prototypes for fine-tuning co-creation during the third workshop.
For our company, the participation in Covalue has been essential in order to shape the business idea. Because when you're developing a product that is based on artificial intelligence, the possibilities are endless, but also the concerns of people about their privacy and security. So when you have so many options, what functionalities should you really develop that provide a truly real value to the end user? So our participation in Covalue in these workshops has allowed us to clearly determine these specific functionalities that people is interested in. And also, it allowed us to identify the data that people is willing to share in exchange for these functionalities. So I would say that this participation in this project has been a great added value for our final product. The truth is that the co-creation process is something completely different, because you have the opportunity to introduce different voices and a plurality of ideas that you don't usually have when you develop a product. Because what you normally do is just to have a single view when you're developing a product, which is the view of the developers or the engineers that are creating that product. But this view can be biased, and maybe it's not aligned with the real needs of the users, of the citizens. So by doing this co-creation with the citizens, we have the opportunity to have it like an open mind, and the possibility to really have a wider vision, a broader vision, and a broader idea of what are the problems that the citizens want to solve.